Zeta Phi Beta sorority was suspended for hazing. We'll explore the open records about the incident.
How safe is Georgia State's campus? We'll talk to Emergency Services Director Keith Sumas about how his office is planning for all types of situations.
Many students have full-time jobs. Find out how they overcome the challenge of balancing work and classes.
Good evening, I'm Jayla Bell.
And I'm Melanie Vasquez. A recent study conducted by Georgia State University reveals that much of the state's employment growth in high technology is accredited to self-employed contractors and entrepreneurial business owners. The study examines how increased patent filings, a high capacity for research, and the burgeoning of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduates gives the state of Georgia a high competitive edge in high-tech development.
Emergency service keeps thousands of Georgia State students and employees safe on campus each day with dozens of programs and policies in place. We go to reporter Marquise Jackson, who met with the Emergency Services Director.
Georgia State's Office of Emergency Management goes far beyond those text alerts you receive on your cell phones. They play an intricate role in Georgia State's campus and community's safety and security. Mr. Sumas has a very diverse background in law enforcement and emergency services.
Yes, actually I started here back in 1995 as a police officer, and from 2000, and then I left to become a school resource officer in Cherokee County for a couple of years, and then I left there and worked 4 years with the Georgia Office of Homeland Security as a coordinator. And I worked a couple of years in the Peace Corps and as a volunteer, and I did emergency preparedness there. And then I came back and we started the Office of Emergency Management back in October 2008, and I started as Emergency Operations Manager at that time.
The Panther Alert system is used in several ways, including social media.
This Panther Alert consists of basically the email, text, and phone service, mass notifications during an emergency. But we also have it for Facebook, Twitter, and then we have it for the university webpage. We do have 5 outdoor speaker systems. They're on the rooftops of 5 buildings. And basically we have the voice activation that we can broadcast a message, but it also is a tornado siren as well. And again, we test that on a semester basis.
85 fire drills are conducted each year for the Georgia State campus. He also encourages everyone on campus to be prepared for any emergency. Reporting for GSTV News, this is Marquise Jackson.
President Mark Becker will lead the 4th annual State of the University address in the Student Center Ballroom on Wednesday, October 2nd at 3 p.m. In past addresses, Becker has put an emphasis on campus expansion, recruiting for federally funded research programs, undergraduate scholarship initiatives, and competitive graduate programs. The president has also acknowledged the university's sports achievements and pledged to improve governance, transportation, housing, and quality of life for students. On Wednesday's address, President Becker will be expected to set forth new initiatives and to highlight recent accomplishments. The event is free and open to the public.
Last week, GSTV News broke the story on Zeta Phi Beta sorority being suspended. Tonight, our reporter Alex Osiadis will bring you the details of the incident and the terms of their suspension.
According to these documents obtained from the university, GSTV News has learned that the sorority Zeta Phi Beta has been found in violation of a hazing policy. The sorority must relinquish this 4th floor University Center room as well as cease all meetings and operations. Zeta Phi Beta held an informational meeting on February 20th, 2013 in Classroom South, and just days later were accused of hazing. In the police report filed on February 24th, the hazing victim said that she was forced to perform strenuous activities, was deprived of sleep, and was, quote, punched and hit from the neck down. The victim continued in the police report that members of the sorority were aware that hazing was illegal, and if pledges went to the police, they would be, quote, beaten up forever. Judicial Board documents further state that sorority pledges were called names and were forced to consume a concoction called Zeta Juice. A representative from the dean's office was unavailable to speak with GSTV News, but the school's official code of conduct outlines what is considered hazing. Hazing, as defined by the university as intentional, negligent, or reckless action, activity, or situation that endangers or is likely to endanger the physical health of an individual or causes any individual pain, embarrassment, ridicule, or harassment as a precondition or condition of gaining acceptance membership, office, or other status in a student group, whether that student group is formally recognized by the university and regardless of the individual's willingness to participate. University regulations indicate that violations of hazing policy require completion of an anti-hazing workshop by all members of the chapter as well as their advisor. Zeta Phi Beta was found responsible for 4 of the 5 counts brought against them, including violation of the Student Code of Conduct, disruption or obstruction of university activities, verbally threatening and physical abuse, and engaging in supporting, promoting, or sponsoring hazing. The chapter was found not responsible on the 5th count, which was public intoxication or use, possession, consumption of alcoholic beverages. Members of Zeta Phi Beta, including President Nisha McRae, did not return our requests for interviews. Zeta Phi Beta will remain under suspension until May 2014. For more information, visit GSTV online/Panther Report. Reporting for GSTV News, I'm Alex Ositis.
On Monday, September 23rd, Assistant Secretary to the U.S. Department of Education, Massey Rich, led a town hall meeting promoting a discussion about the Department of Education's network for enhancing teacher quality. The NetQ program aims to prepare teachers for the demands of teaching high-needs subjects in high-needs schools. Rich's discussion outlined the college's priorities for facilitating the program's continued achievements in teacher quality.
Many students have full-time jobs. Find out how they overcome the challenge of balancing work and classes.
Georgia State University is the academic home of over 32,000 students, majority of whom are commuters, but not just student commuters with jobs.
Working a full-time job and being in school, you have to do it just right, where you have enough time to devote to your studies and whatnot, and also to perform at a high level on your job and get enough sleep, and then try to maintain a social life.
Well, some tips that I have for fellow scholars about balancing work and school would probably be just all about time management. That's the main thing. You need to dedicate at least 20 to 30 minutes to study for your courses. Be sure to at least let your managers and bosses at work know that school comes first, and that's basically the main tip I can give. Just communication is key on all aspects.
In fact, psychologists know that the definition of stress is being concerned that one's resources are not enough to meet the demands of a given situation. And when we think about students working and going to school, there's the stress right there. Once you recognize that you're stressed, it's really important to have an intelligent response to it. And that would include sort of controlling your controllables. Sometimes successful people will set themselves up for failure by, if you will, biting off more than they can chew. So checking yourself to make sure you didn't set yourself up to be Superman. Very, very important with stress management.
This is Tiffany Carroll for GSTV.
Coming up on Panther Report, we'll bring you inside career services and give you a recap of last weekend's Modern Media Conference.
Presenting your Georgia Power Energy Efficiency Team. Helping you save money and energy around your dorm and apartment, one easy tip at a time. Lessons in lighting. Use smaller lamps over work areas so work can be done without lighting a whole room.
For those students planning ahead for life after college, Career Services helps them achieve their goals. We go to reporter Yasmina Austin, who has more on the story.
Within about 4 years, college students are expected to find a major, set goals for themselves, gain experience through an internship, and ultimately land a post-graduation job. Now, this sounds much harder than it actually is, but Georgia State's University Career Services is designed to help students on the path to success for after graduation. University Career Services has been operating at Georgia State for over 20 years, offering multiple types of services, but now focusing on career counseling more than ever. Internship coordinator Colleen Perry suggests searching for internships as early as your first year of college, using volunteer opportunities and shadowing opportunities as alternatives to an internship.
What happens with internships is they sort of increase in the level of responsibility and difficulty and level of challenge. And so first and second year students can do any number of things to gain experience and to get out in the field and in essence, make themselves competitive for those junior and senior level internships. Basically, we get students ready for the search, and we help you stay very informed on the different opportunities that are out there.
In one semester, University Career Services sees about 2,000 students come in for resume reviews and about 800 students come in for career counseling.
We offer resume writing, critiques, cover letter support writing. We help students with their interview skills. We have mock interview software. They can actually practice online, come in and do mock interviews with staff.
All services offered are free for students, with both appointment times and walk-in hours. Resume review is Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For GSTV, I'm Yasmina Alston.
This year's Modern Media Conference was held the weekend of September 27th and featured panels of distinguished media professionals representing major media organizations on the national and local level. Monica Pearson from Channel 2 Action News and CNN International's Colleen McEdwards were among the speakers. The conference, hosted by The Signal and GSTV, was held in the State Ballroom of the Student Center. Upon registering, this year's Modern Media Conference was free to all Georgia State students.
The Spotlight Programs Board is hosting Georgia State University's 100th anniversary homecoming. This Back to the Future themed celebration will feature a week of activities beginning on October 7th. Events will showcase themes from past decades. Students can visit a 1950s breakfast bar sponsored by Panera Bread, a 1970s homecoming block party, and a 1990s spirit rally featuring DJ Peter Parker. The Royal Ball will be held at the Fox Theater on October 10th. $5 student tickets are on sale at the university box office. The celebration concludes with Saturday's homecoming game against Troy and an official after-party held in the Student Recreation Center. For more information about the homecoming festivities, please visit gstvonline.org.
Thousands of vending machines dot Georgia State's campus, but when it comes to grabbing a snack on the go, are there healthy options for students? Reporter Camille Stoner has more.
Vending machines play a major role on Georgia State's campus. They're here to supplement those of you who are in a rush to your next class and don't have the time to sit down for a formal breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I spoke with senior accounting student Ryan Mitchell to get the scoop on the best and worst vending locations on campus.
Probably Langdale Hall, GCB. They have it like right next to the door, and it gets so congested. Probably like Mondays and Wednesdays are like the worst days. Yeah, I can't even get any kind of snack. I'd probably have to say Kell Hall. Yeah, Kell Hall seems like a decent spot to get some food.
For those of you who are more health-minded, fear not. Georgia State's campus also has healthy vending machines with snacks such as Luna bars, Cliff bars, and all-natural Sun Chips.
We actually currently have 4 healthy vending machines that are specifically geared toward the health conscious. We have 4 different locations for these vending machines. One in Kell Hall on the first floor, another at Langdale Hall on the second floor, the rec center in the main lobby, as well as the university bookstore on the first floor.
So whether your choice is a Luna bar, Snickers bar, Funyuns, or all-natural baked lays, Georgia State's vending machines are always available for a quick and efficient snack on your way to class. With GSTV, I'm Camille Stoner.
Sports with Neha Ali is coming up next on Panther Report.
After a month of road games, men's soccer returned to Georgia State to defeat Lipscomb last Thursday. Aaron Jones shot the first goal of the game from 30 yards into the right corner of the net. Jones's corner kick to Connor Atchison, who headed the ball into the left corner of Lipscomb's goal, led to the Panther victory. Head coach Brett Surnsey was pleased with the way his team played. They play again Tuesday, October 8th against Wofford at the GSU Soccer Complex at 7 p.m. Women's soccer was also busy this weekend with 2 home games. While Friday's game against Louisiana Lafayette ended in an 0-3 loss, the Lady Panthers came back to defeat Louisiana Monroe 2-0. Forward Ashley Nagy and defender Alicia Ferranti scored a goal each for the Panthers. They will face Texas State this Friday in San Marcos, Texas. Panther football is on the road this week to face number 1 Alabama. This will be their second time meeting since 2010, where they fell short to the Crimson Tide 63-7. The game will be broadcast on Peachtree TV and 1340 AM radio. Kickoff is at 12:21 p.m. Georgia State will face Troy Saturday, October 12th for homecoming at the Georgia Dome. Homecoming activities include a powder puff game on Tuesday, October 8th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Hurt Park. For more information, fans should check out spotlight.gsu.edu and remember to use hashtag AllBlueAllIn. Freshman Amiri Abraham scored his first career goal against a number 6 ranked Washington team. Amiri talks to us about what it's like to play for a college team and how he felt scoring his first goal.
Washington came out, they're a solid team. They came out, scored their first goal around the 28th minute mark-ish, and I'd say about 5 to 7 minutes later is when my opportunity came. A beautiful cross came into the box and Stephen McGill headed the ball, set it for me. And I was just in the right place at the right time. I just focused on keeping my head down, striking the ball cleanly with my left foot, and it just happened to go in the back of the net. To be honest, I really didn't see the ball go in. After I shot the ball, I got hit and I was on the ground, so I didn't really get to celebrate my first goal, but it's a good feeling to have a first goal against such a prestigious team like that. I would like to have at least 7 more goals, so that'd make me 8 on the season, because me and Brett made a bet to where he said his career high was 8, so I have to match that. So that's definitely one of my goals this season. I've known Brett for quite some time, like 2 or 3 years before I even got into the little college scene. So it's having him as a coach earlier and having him as a coach now makes it pretty easy to transition. College is a big transition for me, but I really haven't gotten to, I would say, enjoy my college experience because I've been busy with soccer. You know, coming in from high school straight into the season, it's been a little difficult. I try to balance my social time and my schoolwork out with each other. If I could, I'd take later classes, obviously, because waking up early can get tough and staying up studying late.
The GSU men's basketball team held their first practice last Friday after the NCAA updated rules to allow teams to practice early. Ron Hunter will once again serve as head coach for his 3rd season. The Panthers play their first exhibition game at the Sports Arena October 28th against Shorter. Georgia State Athletics is promoting the Tickets to Tip-Off Challenge to sell the lower level of the Sports Arena. Currently, less than 200 tickets remain. If you're interested in buying tickets, call the number at the bottom of your screen. This has been your GSTV Sports Update. I'm Neha Ali.
Thank you for watching this edition of Panther Report. Please visit us online for stories not featured in tonight's broadcast.
Follow us on Twitter at Panther_Report and like Panther Report on Facebook. I'm Melanie Vasquez.
And I'm Jayla Bell. Have a good evening.